Doc Leesner, the podcasting beast, coming straight from Medical Plaza with the Professor John Gotti coming from University Way. Debate amongst friends here. Friday. Johnny, you nailed it. You picked the Chiefs to win the Thursday night showdown, and they did it in OT.
I did
Great game, though.
I did say that this was going to be the best Thursday night football game of the season. I did say that.
Nah,
Um,
they definitely beat the.
Honestly, this game could have went either way.
It really could have.
Either way. Of course,
And
people are making their proclamations with hindsight about the
mhm,
play calling from the Chargers.
of
But if
course,
it worked, then people will be singing their praises. So
right,
you
right.
can't talk about things in hindsight, because if it worked, then you wouldn't be saying that. But
No,
because
big
it didn't
facts.
work,
Now I'll say this, and I mentioned this, and I know that, obviously, shout out to Justin Herbert, who became the youngest player to pass for a certain amount of yards in 2 seasons.
mhm,
Um, uh, but he played great. Now I will say, and I did message this to you at halftime, saying that missed opportunity to score a touchdown right before the halftime really was going to come back to bite and haunt them. This
yes.
game is slightly different if you throw in an additional touchdown right there. That's huge, but nonetheless, both teams had a chance to win it in regulation, but just could not do so. But shout out to Kansas City for battling back in the fourth.
Hmm.
The Chargers had an opportunity; they just could not get the job done. There was like a minute and 50 something seconds left,
Yep.
and they just couldn't get it done.
I think the biggest issue that everyone had with this game was how many times the Chargers were at the 5 or less,
Mm-hmm.
and they couldn't just punch it in. And I
They
think
couldn't
that's
punch it in.
where, a lot of people have their hindsightness
Mm.
occurring.
It's
Well, you should
tough.
have just took the points.
Yo, it's tough,
Okay.
man. Like
I
I know
mean,
it's tough,
honestly, it's a 50-50 chance for you to walk away with points even with a field goal. We
right?
have seen that this season.
And as someone who struggles with red zone scoring myself, I'll say that it's not an easy decision. Obviously, in flag football, I mean, we could kick a field goal, but I mean, I haven't found that lady yet that I feel comfortable kicking field goals just yet, like some teams have. But give the credit to the Chiefs. I mean, they didn't run the ball great,
Nope.
but they're still winning. And I think I said that yesterday. They're finding ways to win. And that's pretty much what it's all about. Finding
Yeah.
ways to win. It's not pretty. It's not pretty. Oh, not pretty. But they're finding ways to win. I'm excited about the development and growth of Justin Herbert. That's what I'm looking for. I mean, I saw it last season when he almost beat the Bucks single handedly. Um, yeah, I said
No,
it.
that was a fact.
Yeah, he said it. Yeah, but his growth and development is there, and I think the Chargers made the right choice. Obviously, they could have went in a different direction, but
Of
Justin Herbert
course.
was the right choice.
Well,
Just like I think
they
Joe,
went to a different direction when they came to the coach.
which
I know
I mean,
we
they're
talked about it,
they're
but
eight and six.
I have to
Yeah,
say it right now.
they're 8 and
Um,
6 now.
they're
I
still in the
mean,
wild card conversation. Now they're
yeah.
two back from the divisional crown, which, I mean, this was literally going to determine who's going to win this division.
Mhm.
But I do want
Mhm.
to take a moment and talk about the injury that happened yesterday.
Sure.
Chargers tight end Donald Parham Jr. Um, it was a very scary moment, very scary. And I'll talk about Troy Buck, Doc's boy, who ended up not being his
Oh
boy the very
boy.
next week.
Oh
The very
boy.
next week. But right now, he's in stable condition.
Right.
Um, they haven't given us any more news after the fact, but it could have been worse.
Right.
This is going into CTE and concussion issues.
Mhm.
I had a chance to, look at a few doctors who did wanted to offer their take on it, and they talked about, the brain essentially is colliding against the side of the skull, and
Right.
yeah.
No, I believe it. I believe it, and I know we just read that article on Vincent Jackson.
Hmm.
A day or so ago. I think that was yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. And how he was in. I think they said stage two
Yep.
of CTE, and
CTE.
I just think about it because it was like not a joke, but they kind of made light of I think Gronkowski. Maybe not this past game, but the game before. He caught a pass in the middle of the middle of the field, and he decided to get down. And they were like, "Gronk, what are you doing?" Like he's like, "Yeah, I just decided to get down." I mean, obviously he wasn't. I don't think he was thinking about his brain, but he
No.
was like, he was thinking about like, "Hey, it's like five guys here. They could just hold me up and try to strip the ball." But it's like in those moments, you should be thinking about your brain a little bit. Like,
Well, I mean, you have to think about your well-being at that point. Like, yes, you want to leave it
yeah.
all out there on the field, but like after a while, you have to make the smart decisions for yourself as well.
And I think this is why the prominence of flag football is starting to come alive. And I had this conversation with one of my players. She was like, "Oh, I love football, but I wouldn't let my kids play tackle right now. I probably, like I said, start them with flag. I know some schools are instead of 11 man, they're going to 8 man flag, 8 man tackle.
Hmm.
So there's just a few different things that some people are doing to try to alleviate some of the hits. But I'm not sure. I think the NFL has tried to limit those incidents, but it's kind of just like such a gray line when you see some of those hits that are being like flagged and not flagged for. So it's just something we're gonna have to monitor. But we had a really, really good game last night. Definitely prayers up to Mr. Parham and his family. Hopefully he can recover and we get more
Yeah.
information soon. Um, but Johnny, we got these Sunday and Saturday weekend games. Yeah, Saturday and Sunday games. Starting tomorrow at 4:30, we got the Raiders versus the Browns. 99,000 people from the NFL in the COVID protocol at this particular time. A lot of people are saying that they should postpone the game, but I disagree. I think that they should just let it ride. Because if you postpone this game, then eventually you're going to have to postpone other games. And you got to pretty much shut down the whole season, which
Well, I don't think it's going to happen in the NFL, but the NBA, I believe, is going to happen.
I think it's important. And this might be one of them situations where, hey, maybe they should go back to 40 to 50% capacity
Hmm.
for the stadium, because we don't know what's causing this outbreak. Like,
It could
I
be
mean,
anything.
it could be anything. But Johnny, we got the
Also,
Raiders,
big
we got the
quick shout out to the NHL for taking that first step.
right,
And now they're having games without fans. So
which
that's a
is, I
great first
mean,
step.
I know it stinks, but it's like one of those situations where you just have to do what's best for everybody involved, um, and just go ahead and get that taken care of. But Johnny Raiders, Browns, who you got? It's rough because I know it's like who's playing, who's not playing.
Yeah, it's
I'm probably
weird.
gonna take the I'm gonna take the Raiders, because I just feel like they have more.
I'll take the Browns just to take the other side. Like,
Okay,
it's not a trap.
uh,
It's just I don't know who is playing.
yeah, and it stinks because, like I said, it's not happening to every team. It's just certain
Nope.
teams. And I don't know if people are just being lax with their personal COVID
It-
protocols, not so much the professional ones, but their personal ones.
yes. Just yes.
But we got New England. We got Indianapolis. This is a huge game for Indianapolis. They really need to win this game. Um, who you got?
You know, I'm gonna go with the Colts. I'm gonna go with the Colts. I feel like they're doing
Oh,
something right now.
oh, that's so rough. I feel like this is one of those situations where, I'm not sure. I mean, you got the Patriots number 18 in offense, the Colts number 11 in offense, but the Patriots defense has always been pretty stout. They're third, but that Colts defense is great as well, 13. Both teams, pretty even at passing, 18 and 21, respectively. 18 for the Patriots, 21 for the Colts. Ninth in rushing for the Patriots, number two in rushing for the Colts. I figure this is going to be a great opportunity for New England to learn, I guess, how to. They're going to have to force Carson Wentz to beat him. And I'm not saying that he cannot do it, but I think when you have Carson Wentz throwing the ball more than 30 to, I would say between 30 to 40 times, I think it's going to be room for error. And the Patriots aren't having that. So I am actually going to choose the Patriots.
That's fair. I can understand that.
Next on Sunday, we have the New York Giants hosting the Dallas Cowboys. This should be a walk in the park for them boys. They should be able to just go into New York, beat the Giants, have some pizza, and go home.
I'm also gonna pick them boys. Um, this may actually be the game that both the offense and the defense finally decides to show up. So
We shall see. We got Houston headed to Jacksonville under Daryl Bevel for the first time, which I saw some names come out yesterday. Obviously, both Tampa Bay coordinators, Eric Bieniemy, the normal list of coordinators. But I could see Jacksonville hiring Byron Leftwich, the former quarterback turned coordinator. I could see them doing that. I wouldn't be mad at that because done a great job. However, like I said yesterday, he was pretty good with Jameis,
yep,
but Tom is a whole different animal. So you would have to hope that Trevor can pick up what
I think it's possible.
but it is. And then of course, we talked about some of the defensive coordinators, but I don't think we talked about the Bucks defensive coordinator. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we talked about that one. I was hoping that he would just kind of stay there. He's the highest paid defensive coordinator. Let him just stay there, Mr. Bowles. But we're gonna wait and see. But Johnny, I'm gonna actually go with Jacksonville.
I'll go with the Texans.
What?
I'll go with the Texans.
I'm just kidding. I get it. Next, we got Tennessee headed to Pittsburgh. I'm gonna go with Tennessee. I'm not even gonna play around with it.
Wow, he says I'm not even gonna play around with that crap. I'm also going with Tennessee as well.
We got the Jets headed
Pittsburgh's
to
on life support right now.
Yeah, we got the Jets headed to Miami. I'm going to choose Miami, but
I'm choosing Miami. This is a
I
trap,
feel like this.
but I'm more confident in Miami
I feel like this is one of
because I
those.
think they're
I
getting Miles Gaskin back actually.
I believe so, but I feel like this is one of those. I did it for the Rock kind of things, and I feel like they're gonna do it for Robert Sala kind of things, to try to make him not go out like a sucker. Um, but we'll see. I mean, they're pretty
Hmm.
evenly matched. Actually, the Jets' offense is better than the Dolphins' offense statistically, which is pretty sad. But defensively, they're the drizzling. So
Well, I mean, Miami had a couple of really, really bad weeks though.
they did. I can
So
agree with that. But we got we
I
got
feel
NFC
I feel
East
like that
actually.
season ranking doesn't really help out.
I can agree with that. We got the battle of the 6 and 7 here. We got the football team who's going to be without their starting quarterback, and then we got the Philadelphia Eagles who I don't know fly Eagles fly I guess. I'm gonna go with the Eagles.
I am also going with the Eagles.
It's a rough one. This is a
It's
rough
be- it's
week.
because it's because for them to try to score. That's the only reason I have to go with the
Yeah,
Eagles because I don't know if football teams can score without Heineke.
yeah, he does a lot for them. Next we got Arizona beating Detroit.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that Nuke isn't playing, I don't think it matters. They're going to come in upset that they lost in prime
No,
time.
they're gonna use the run game.
I don't blame them. I don't blame them. But we got Carolina headed to Buffalo on a 3-game losing streak.
Yep. They're gonna get their win back.
I want, give me back my son.
I
Right? This
don't
is
know
that
if it's
moment.
that. No, this is
Oh,
not that
no.
moment for them.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
no, they have been playing bad the past couple of
Okay.
weeks.
But I think them coming back against the Bucks will propel them into this game. I'm going to go
Yeah,
with
they're gonna
Buffalo.
use that going forward, and they're gonna crush the Panthers. But like, this is no getting back my son type of game, though.
I got you. We got Cincinnati. We got Denver, who's such a scary team. These
They
both
are a
teams are scary.
scary team.
This is a trap.
What do you
But
got?
I'm gonna go with the Bengals. I think their defense is just proven to be able. They're able-minded. I'll say that. At 16, the Bengals are able-minded. They're able to they're able to contend and keep offenses within that 20 to 24 range, and that's just enough for their 14th ranked offense to compete.
Kitty
Although
goes
the
meow
although the Broncos have
because because even though Denver does great defensively, they try to keep teams under how much you said 20 points.
no, I said the Bengals try to keep teams under between that 20 to
Oh, I
24.
thought
I
you
don't.
said the Broncos does it. But yes, the
Yeah,
Bengals defense is incredible, and they still have Jamar Chase out there just catching
yes,
bombs. Like that's a rough assignment for
no,
whoever
I
has to
get it.
cover him.
I get it. So we're going with the Bengals here. Next, we got the Atlanta Falcons versus the San Francisco 49ers. I was like, oh, NFC West? Didn't I say Arizona already? I did. I hate the 49ers right now. They're so hard to pick because it's like you never know which freaking team is going to show up. But it's really the
Mhm.
same for both teams. I
It
mean,
is the same with
the
both teams.
Falcons is like drizzling. Okay, we're
I'm
okay. And
going
then
with the Niners,
drizzling.
by the way.
I don't blame you. The last time they
I
played
mean,
in
they don't have
2019,
Debo, but I'm still going with the Niners.
I say, does it really matter though? They're just better. They're just a better football team. I'm going to go with the 49ers as well. We'll see what happens with the Falcons if they can compete. But we are back in the NFC West. We got Seattle. We got the former St. Louis Rams who are now in LA.
Wow,
The
wow.
Seahawks look on this little diagram like the Jets. 28th in offense, 32nd in defense, 24th in passing, 22nd in rushing.
What
I,
they had
sir.
what 3 weeks of Geno under center, and
Yeah, but that
then
don't have nothing to do with the
and then
defense,
they
though.
pretty much got shut out when Russ came
Nah,
back the first week too.
nah.
Like,
This is really, really bad. The Legion of Boom,
well, that was their defense being the Legion of
it's
Boom.
over. 32nd. That's where their defense is right now.
Right.
32nd.
I'm going with
Um,
the Rams.
I am also going with the Rams.
This is not a
Uh,
trap, folks. it's
it's
gonna be
not.
a crazy game, but the Rams are gonna pull this one out.
We got Green Bay heading to Baltimore, possibly without Lamar. I'm going to go with Green Bay regardless if
I was
Lamar
gonna go
plays
with
or
Green
not.
Bay regardless because I will not forsaken Aaron Rodgers again.
And the last game, the absolute trap for Doc Leesner. New Orleans coming to Tampa.
Who you got, Doc?
Oh God, the number 3 offense, number 1 in passing,
See, now he's gonna milk it, folks.
25th in rushing, and
Just say
14th
it
in
with your chest,
defense.
Doc.
The last time these two teams played, the Saints won 36 to 27. I know they're not the same team, but they still got Kamara. Taysom Hill can probably dominate us because we're
Are you picking the Saints? Is that what you're saying? Go ahead and
no.
say it,
I'm gonna take the Bucks.
because it sounds like you're going with the Saints.
I'm not going with the Saints. I'm gonna go ahead and take the
Because you
Bucks.
literally just gave me all the reasons why the Saints are going to win.
No, I'm going with the
Why
Bucks
are
because
you going with the Bucks then?
They still have Chris Godwin and Miguel Evans. Even if I don't know if Fournette's playing or not, I know he was a little chipped up, but they still have one of the best offensive lines in football, despite the fact that Cam Jordan a lot of times owns Donovan Smith. I feel like we're going to make it
I'm going with the Bucks.
happen. Confidently, huh?
Because Doc sit here
Confidently.
and he goes 50-50 booking whenever it's the Bucks
Wow.
playing.
I want 50-50 for everybody.
No, it's always with the Bucks, especially if it's an NFC South matchup.
And you never know what's gonna happen, man. That's why it's so
Bucks
risky.
are
It's
trying to
so
Bucks are trying
risky.
to get that number one seed.
Oh, I agree. I mean, I'll be rooting for Baltimore. Don't get me wrong. I'll be rooting for Baltimore. But I
Baltimore.
have a yeah to
Oh,
beat
for them
Green
to beat the
Bay.
Packers. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure Aaron Rodgers, as long as his toe hangs in there,
I feel like
that
people
he'll
are
be
too
fine.
focused on that toe.
My toe hurts
Again,
too, so that's why I'm
it's
focused on it.
it's always about, well, let's find something to try to talk down to, will Aaron Rodgers play up to the competition this week? Like, he still got the sore toe. No, he's literally given us another reason why he is in that
Because
MVP conversation for this season.
my toe hurts too. So if his toe feels any way like my toe feels, then I give him all the respect in the world.
And that's coming from Doc Il Idolo, folks. But, Doc, before we bid everyone adieu, we have so many more COVID news,
I was gonna
more
say that's another
players,
thing
coaches,
with Sean
staff
Payton.
members.
Yeah,
Anthony Edwards was just announced.
and he just dunked on somebody the other day, didn't he?
I believe
He
it's
just dunked on
Anthony
someone.
Edwards and I believe someone else from Minnesota, from the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
So it's starting to spread in the Timberwolves locker room.
Well, yeah, I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't know
Yeah, Torian
what
Prince was the latest one.
I don't know what's transpired. Um, if this new variant I know that we talked about is spreadable through something else that they haven't come up with yet.
It's airborne. It might be airborne now.
No, because then me and you would have it through our vents. We went down this rabbit hole
I know.
before.
I know. it was
And,
it was a it was a fun
yeah,
discussion.
yeah, we went through that, and I just don't think it's not there yet. I think it's something small that people might be doing or not doing, because it's just like we went a year, like not a year. We went about. Oh, John Gotti said they're not wearing their mask. Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
With the autonomous too.
It is the autonomous. This is not. This
This
is
is not.
not an
Absolutely
ad.
not. Oh, it's not an ad. But
Although
yo,
if
you're right,
autonomous
bro.
wants us to do an ad for them, we are more than happy to,
We're
because we
happy to.
both love their products.
No, I mean I'm using their product right now. Look at this. Dot goes up. Dot goes down. Woo.
It's
But
usually up for me. I'm usually standing up, so
nah, yeah, mine is usually down. Actually, I'm gonna bring it up just a little bit higher. There we go. Yes, we have the automatic desk lifts for those moments where we want to stand and work. But yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with COVID. But Sean Payton does test positive, and he will not coach against the Bucks. This could be an opportunity, for a new coach to arrive. I did mention Dennis Allen yesterday. Uh, see who. I don't know who if they mention who's taking over. Let's take a look. Yep, Dennis Allen will
Yep.
assume head coaching duties. So this is a great opportunity for him. He usually plays pretty well against the Bucks. And I think the other news I saw that T.J. Hawkinson from the Lions is also out for the rest of the season.
He is.
So we're gonna wait and see what happens. I mean, there's a lot going on, Johnny. But the one thing I know that's not going on is the Rockets not beating the Knicks yesterday, which is kind of buns. But
Wow.
that's neither here nor there. Prayers up for D Rose. You said he got hurt also,
Hmm.
so we'll see if Tibbs got anything left in the gut. But Johnny, I know
You
the
did not
people
just try to
heard.
glance over that line. How dare you? How dare you? Also, shout outs
I
to Miles
know.
McBride.
There you go. I know the people heard this podcast on their free podcast platform. But if they didn't, they can always go to our website at www.debateamongstfriends.com to review this episode as well as all the previous. Be sure to tune in on Monday as we come back and review this weekend of sports as well as give you the review of the Monday night game between the Vikings and the Bears. But we'll also come back to deliver you the news, the analysis, and the reads.
Stay positive, everyone. We're almost there.